Hey everyone, thank you for being thank you for being here. Um, so yeah, we got a winter weather advisory. It just gets better and better. Yay! Winter is fantastic. Okay. Anyway, it could be worse. We're not in one of those places where we get like 15 feet of snow on any typical winter. So I just am feeling whiny about it. So I'm going to whine about it a little bit. Okay. And I don't know what's going on with my voice. It was fine this morning, and I am extra tired, so it all plays into it. I have no idea. Anyway, let's just get to it. Uh, hi, I'm Holly, psychic medium energy reader, and I like to start with the overarching dominant vibe and current. And I pulled a mug and I have some coffee. I love this mug. It's a cool shape. I enjoy the texture of it, and it's embossed. It's an all-seeing eye. You could call it an evil eye. You could call it an all-seeing eye. But one way or the other, it is a protective eye. That's the way I see it. So, anyway, let's get to it. All right. What is the message and what is the current? What does the collective need to know? When you see this, this is a timeless reading. But I'm making it specifically for Tuesday, and it is Monday afternoon. So my bangs are all over the place. Anyway, so what is the message for the collective today? When you see this, what is it that you need to know? And why did I pick this mug today? Okay, it's not to be aware of your surroundings and be careful in some nefarious way, because there's something nefarious around you, rather. But there's something that your personal guides want you to see that you could be missing. So the message is to keep your eyes open, be aware, listen to the nudge, listen to the voice of spirit, but the voice of spirit may come to you in unusual ways, such as a song on the radio. Someone may unwittingly give you a message, and it's sort of like bells go off in your head and you get it. Be aware. There may be more to what is being understood or spoken than just what is on face value. So that is the message, and it's for someone in the collective. Be aware that spirit will talk to you in unusual and unique ways. And be prepared for the messages. They will help bring you the answer to one or more questions that you have had lately. Okay. I'm going to put this here. I'll let it get a little bit cold. It's kind of gross when it's cold. All right, and I'm moved my little stand, so we're going to put Froggy there. And yeah, I'll move stuff in the back because, I do that a lot. All right, let's take a look and see how the Little Frog's Guide to Self-Care, I remembered it this time. Let's see what card. Spirit, help us to understand this message more thoroughly with advice from the Froggy deck. Froggy, much like my voice and my throat right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Unbelievable. It's the same card as yesterday. Even when I am struggling, there is undeniable magic that exists within me and around me. So I think it goes right back to that message of pay attention, because the voice of spirit may find you in the most unique ways. Okay. Maybe they're saying it's okay for me to be grumpy about the weather. When I did a random chunky shuffle just to put it back in the deck, I flipped over the deck, and the card is, I don't need to have a positive attitude all the time. And I feel like saying, still there. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Those are some pretty fancy schmancy boots too. All right. Okay. So we're going to go straight to this deck because it has been calling out to me since we started. It is the Wiseful Wild Reflections Tarot. Okay. And yes, I am wearing a workout top because I had every intention of working hard today and it just didn't happen. I ran a few errands and I had every intention of working out and exercising today, and it's just, I really tried, but it was just, it wasn't going to happen. So I gave myself a break and said, you know what, whatever. One more time. All right. What is the message for the collective? Mother and Father God, spirit guides and guardians, beloved elementals, beings of light, sacred selves, higher self. Please come into the space, protectorate, come into this reading. Help me to understand what to say to the collective. If this is your reading, and remember, this is a general reading. Help me to understand what to say to the collective. Help me to understand what the messages are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please, let's be as specific as possible. Thank you. Okay, I'm just hearing someone is looking for you. Someone is coming in for you. I don't know what that means. Is this someone they know? If this is for the person in the reading and the collective that this reading is for, do they know this person already? They feel this. You feel this person. You can sense. So you're a highly intuitive person. You can sense this person is right around the corner. Okay. All right, well, that kind of did a little flippy-do in my hand. Page of Swords. Okay. Yeah, someone is making the decision to come in. Someone is making the decision to come in. Okay. And I'm asking Spirit, what is this about? Is it about a relationship, or is it about an offer for a job? Or I feel like it's going to be one of those two things. Well, let's find out. What is the message for the collective, please? Please help me to understand all possible scenarios for this. Okay, 2 flipped. Actually, 3 flipped out. I still don't know what they are. I just kind of moved it out of the big pile over here. Okay, so let's see what we got here. All right, so we have card 11. Justice. The 4 of Wands. That's always such a happy card. And then the King of Cups. Well, if you're going to have a king, that's a pretty good one. That leads me to believe that it is going to be about, I'm getting, it's not about money, position, finances, job, that kind of thing. It's not about any of that. This is about either a romantic connection, or for some of you, it's going to be your health. Because I heard wellness. Okay. Someone in the collective, because I'm asking about the health and the wellness part, someone in the collective is battling something and they don't know what it is. It would, trust me, I get that. I just had this conversation with a friend of mine earlier today. Even though you don't know what it is, and we both were agreeing that, yes, this is creating some life-altering situation, whatever it is, but it is to show you how strong you are. It is to help you to understand, respect, and love the body you live in during this incarnation. And it is to show you how truly magnificently strong you really are. It is difficult to work on and heal others if you take in too much, which that's never a good idea, just coming from the perspective of an energy worker. You don't want to take in other people's emotions and feelings and illnesses as yours, or their strife and chaos as yours. But you also, so you want to do regular cord cutting, cleansing, whatever you need to do to make sure that you're healthy and well energetically, because that will then reflect in the physical. But there is also going to be a flicker of awareness. You are going to find health and wellness that will be truly miraculous. Okay. Someone out there is about to receive some sort of miraculous healing. Now you have to want it. You have to ask for it. You have to be kind of specific about it. And I'm just telling you what's coming up and from my own personal experience. So you got to be really specific about it. And if you're not 100% sure what the problem is, just say, I need to feel good in my skin. I need to feel good and strong in my body. I don't feel strong and I don't know what's wrong. Give me clarity and help me to understand what is best for me. But then you got to do the work. So that means, what was it yesterday? I said, it's okay to have a piece of cake, but, well, if you're diabetic, it may not be. But but you don't want to eat the whole thing. You want to just have a little bit, and sometimes that's hard. That can really be hard because it's so good. But point is, ask Spirit to heal you and show you what it is that you need to do, your part of it. What do you do to make yourself holistically, mind, body, spirit connected? Because I feel like there's some disconnect for someone out there. So if you are thinking, and for someone who is getting ready to engage in a healing modality that is not part of the mainstream, like Reiki is becoming a little more mainstream because it is being used in hospitals. Energy workers are being recognized for their practices, and my ears are buzzing like you wouldn't believe. So I know there's a big message with this for someone. If you are thinking about beginning a healing practice, this has something to do with it. This reading has something to do with it. You will receive a download, almost an epiphanal moment where you understand the mind-body connection spirit and how important that is. That is what you will do as an energy healer. And you have to remember, we don't do anything by ourselves. We've always got spirit around us. We channel the energy of the divine through us. That is how the healing works. We are merely mortals with really flawed bodies. So that's just the truth of it. So if you are out, if your mind, body, spirit connection is lopsided or too much of one thing rather than another, that is what you ask Spirit to heal. And then you will have the strength, the knowledge, and the wisdom to know how to approach others. One of the most important things anyone ever told me about healing work and energy work with the hands and just the energy, and you can beam it with your eyes, your heart, energy, it doesn't matter. You can do it by distance or in person. I like working in person. I think that with energy work in particular, with readings, it absolutely does not matter. It really doesn't matter with healing work, but there's just something about the proximity for me. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I mean, I could think of someone on the other side of the world right now and I could send them energy and they'd still receive it, or vice versa. So you have to be kind of careful. But where was I going with this? Oh my gosh. Point is, if you are going to embark on this practice, and I completely lost where I was. I'm so sorry. I really am just worn out today. So worn out. And I'm not whining. I guess I am whining, but I'm also just there are these like random messages that keep coming in. let me finish the thought about the healing practice that someone is getting ready to embark upon. If you are out of balance, ask Spirit to bring all parts of you into balance and show you how to work with people so that you don't absorb anything from them. That is important. That is really important. You call your healing teams in. That's why it's important to have a meditative practice so that you know who they are, you know what they feel like, you know the energy that resonates with you when they are always around you, and you ask them, work through me or I'll stand back, and you work on the person. I remember what I was going to say. So one of the most important and healing things in a healing practice that anyone ever told me, there's a local man here, and he was older than me, still is older than me, but I haven't seen him in a long time, but just absolutely phenomenal energy. I mean, you could just feel this guy's presence when he walked in a room, okay? And he was talking to me about energy work. And he said that it doesn't have to be hard, and he's so right. And that's why I think it's something that you either do because that's what you were charged with in this lifetime to do, or not. But it isn't us doing the healing. So one time I heard a lady say, well, I healed. And I'm like, ooh, no, you didn't. And so Spirit did. You were the channel. You were open enough to let it flow through you. But it just rubbed me the wrong way. And I thought, oh, I don't want to mix energy with you. I would never let you work on me. So, then maybe that's my own bias. But he said it doesn't have to be so hard. We are simply a channel for Spirit to do the work. So that's why, hello, baby. That's why when you put your hands around someone, and I always ask before touching someone, usually I only touch around the head and neck or feet, and knees for some reason. But if you, I like to hover. I feel like that's a little more gentle. You don't know people's history, always know, the person you're working with. So, hello, baby. But he one time just said, just put your hands close by and just say, let the energy flow where it needs to go. Let the energy flow where it needs to go. And I stood behind a client one time and called my teams in, and I can feel them with me now. And I put my hands up. They want to do this right now. Someone out in the collective needs healing. Let the energy flow where it needs to go. Make me a conduit and let the energy flow through me. You're not taking anything from me. You are not taking anything away from me. This is not my energy. It is flowing through. Someone has a wounded heart. There's someone else who is feeling very broken physically and emotionally. Someone was in an accident and wondering if they'll ever have their life back. It will look different, but you will. Believe that you will be healed, and you will. Okay, that was a really long ramble. Okay, let's get back to these 3 cards really quickly here. These 3 cards, they could be an incoming romance that will be filled with justice and light and it will be equally balanced, loving, and caring. But that's for some of you. But for the majority of you, it has to do with personal healing abilities and your own personal connection to divinity. Start a practice, start a meditative practice so that you understand. And they're telling me to make a video about that. Okay. I will make a video. Tomorrow's video may just be, I don't know when I'll do it. I don't know if it would be extra or if it will be tomorrow's, but we will do a video to connect everyone with their healing team. Okay. Because this King of Cups in this instance is not about a relationship for those of you that are getting ready to embark on a healing path for yourself or to be a healer or both. That King of Cups was about learning to love yourself, learning to love all of humanity. We don't do anything in a vacuum. We do not do anything individually. It would be nice to be able to say we did, but we don't. Everything in this world is alive. Everything is connected. I think that's going to be the reading for today. I know this was unusual. Yeah. Anyway, there you have it. So, yeah, I will try to make an additional video and then do just the regular general reading. But I'll try to make a video that would just be like a guided meditation to help you to step into connection with your healing team. And you could substitute protection team, spirit guide, guardian, whatever. It will be short. I mean, they're never like an hour. I mean, if we do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's a big deal. You know, the main thing is to get into that meditative place and that state. Okay. All right. All right. I think that's pretty much it. All right. Yeah. All righty. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of the collective. I'm going to go make some hot tea, I think. I've got one that is a throat soother blend with eucalyptus and peppermint and spearmint and all kinds of stuff. I haven't tried it before. All right. So there we go. And I'm just rambling and wasting time now. So be well, be safe. That beginning opening statement about paying attention to what people say to you or things that just synchronicities. You're looking for synchronicities that overlap. And when you do, there should be it's sort of like a little antenna goes up on either side of your head. And you're like, oh, I need to pay extra attention to this. So notice those feelings when you have them. Okay. And you do get to ask questions too. You get to ask questions of spirit. I don't understand what that means. Is that what that means? Or what? Blah, blah, blah. So, and the same goes in mediumship. Who says you have to just be a passive person and take whatever comes along? No, ask questions. Be nice, but ask questions. That's how you learn. All right. Thank you. And we will talk really soon. Okay. Bye.